Now let's start. Remember, Man United scored the first goal. So how the Amorim implements his strategy that it worked for him in the first half. Remember, Amorim loves to press his opponents in the front foot. He loves to send Sesko and Mbemo to mark their two centre backs so that their goalkeeper cannot give them pass. They block every channel of their CB to receive the ball. It will now force their goalkeeper to either go long or go wide. And we all know that the 3-4-3 formation is very, very potent in marking in wide areas. That is one of the strengths of this 3-4-3 formation because sometimes it is very dynamic and fluid. So when the goalkeeper goes long or wide, the ball usually falls on our CB's head because Martins Delete, Lenny Yoro, Maguire, and Luke Shaw, they are very, very, very good aerially. Whenever a ball is coming, they are the first to hit the ball. Then we have our two midfielders, Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, who are always ready and always positioned to receive the second ball. This thing worked really, really well in this match. Now, in this second sequence, you can see Bruno Fernandes and Kunha. They are linking up really, really well. One of the key questions that was in every Manchester United fan that knows football in the beginning of this season when we signed Matheus Cunha was, how are we going to play Matheus Cunha and Bruno Fernandes when we all know that they are almost the same kind of profile of player? They play the same way. They play as a left-sided 10. They love to play as a free role. We all know Matheus Cunha play free role at Wolves. Bruno Fernandes too was playing the free role for us before the coming of Matheus Cunha. And right now, Bruno Fernandes was the one that sacrificed his position for Matheus Cunha because Matheus Cunha is a new signing. So Ruben Amorim signed him for that reason. And Bruno Fernandes has come out to say in interviews that he knows how to play the pivots, the deep line playmaker role well. Any role they give him is going to play well. And to be sincere, he has been playing it really, really well. But one of the questions there is how are these two gifted special players will be able to combine together because they love to run through the same channel. They love to play the same role because beginning of this season, you can see Bruno Fernandes, most times they used to club themselves in one position. They love to run through the same channel. So, but in this match and in these matches before, you can see both of them, they have now found a way to play well. And they created the sequence that led to our first goal because of their link up and their combination. Now, how did we score our first goal? United, we all know United before last season or even the beginning of this season, we were known to be conceding in set piece and not scoring set piece goals. Even though we are lucky, maybe Maguire scored a set piece goals for us. But in this match, we were able to score 2 goals from set piece and we followed the same strategy, or can you call it a pattern? So if you look here on your screen, you can see that Man United players were overloading the far end of the post. You understand? So we left the near post because in the near post, it is very, very hard for you to nod and score. Bruno Fernandes was able to give this nice cross and Casemiro was well positioned to finish the goal. Casemiro has been really, really playing where he has been punching above his level. This guy is around 32 or 33 years. And the people that are playing the same position with him and young boys like Kobe Mainu and Ugarte, they cannot bench him. Casemiro is really, really playing well. Like, I don't care if we give him a new contract. This guy has been really, really pivotal. Back-to-back goals in 2 matches. Let's continue. Now, I've talked about how Amorim's strategy worked for him. Now, let's talk about Nottingham Forest. Now, when you are playing an opposition that plays the same way as you, or even probably better, because we all know Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche is one coach that has a philosophy of carry the ball from my post, just carry and go through wait for the opponent's post. Match don't finish. The guy now those vibes and inshallah, he doesn't care about this modern style of football. The guy is an old manager. He's the kind of this archaic type of manager. So this guy, now we have met somebody that loves to go long. We have met somebody that loves to go long, that doesn't love building from the back, that plays any kind of football, win the ball, try to score a goal, and defend ugly. You understand? If you look at this sequence here, you can see that when Stenelames went long, Milikovic was doing the same thing that our CB were doing. He was the first to knock the ball, and the ball fell on Elliot Anderson's leg. And we all know that Elliot Anderson is a very, very special and talented player. And that is why we are targeting this man alongside Baleba and Amorim for that our midfield role. I'm hearing this guy is over £100 million. That is what probably the owner of Nottingham Forest, the president, will be asking for, because we know that man, Isha Diruma, you understand? So that Maranaki, he might ask for a lot of money. So I just hope that Nottingham Forest get relegated and we get him on a chip. You understand? Because this guy is a very calm midfielder. He's the main orchestrator of Nottingham Forest when they are transitioning in attack. And I think one thing that Ruben Amorim got wrong was that he would have prepared specially for Elias Anderson, because most of the goals and everything they did was through him. So as you can see in this sequence, they prioritized giving Elias Anderson the ball because he was the one distributing the balls. He was the one doing everything. He was the one even directing players on where to stand. Now, as you can see here in their first goal, Elliot Anderson was the one that gave this, will I call it a Rabona pass or a curl pass or a diagonal pass, whatever you want to call it. This kind of pass is what we call the banana pass in Nigeria. So I saying give this banana ball, and the guy will go hold the ball there, and he's supposed to bring the cross. As you can see, Nottingham Forest players overloaded our defense, our 18-yard box, to cause a commotion. These guys that were overloading Matisse Delete and Lenny Yoro, they were just like a Trojan horse. They were not the main targets. The main target was Morgan Gibbs-White at the far end of the post. And Morgan Gibbs-White was marked by Amadiano, who is short. I think Amadiano is shorter than Morgan Gibbs-White, even though Gibbs-White is also a short player. I can't blame Amadiano for this goal, because Amadiano is not good aerially. He's a good defender. He knows how to defend. He knows how to score. He knows how to attack. A perfect big back man. But you can't blame him here, because aerially, bro, is not his strength. And that was how they were able to get the first goal, because Lenny Yoro and Matisse Delete were tasked on marking the tall man while the ball landed on the far end of the post. Now, Nottingham Forest's second goal. It got to a point, if you watch the game, you will not be asking yourself, am I watching Shaolin soccer? I be in an English Premier League be this, because waiting be this way my eyes they see. Bro, ball just they bounce like saying at table tennis. You can see, as you can see here, Man United were not good in this kind of ball, and Nottingham Forest, they were really, really enjoying it. Like I said before, Sean Dyche kind of ball is baba just baba 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 baba. If I score, my match just end. You understand? So Nottingham Forest, they were well prepared for this kind of strategy and this kind of game. And that was how they got their second goal. In this sequence, you can see Bruno Fernandes and Elliot Anderson, they were fighting for the ball, and the ball now fell on their defender's leg, which he gave to Morgan Gibbs-White. And Morgan Gibbs-White is a very talented player. This guy is good in carrying of the ball, in driving of the ball to the opposition half. This guy is the drift kid in driving. So it now led to the sequence where the ball fell at the other end of the post in the wide area. So in this sequence here now, talking about Elliot Anderson, this guy is the one that controls every player, where they should stand, how they should play. As you can see here, he's pointing to Morgan Gibbs-White to push forward and go to our 18-yard box to cause that same commotion again. And this time around, the ball now fell on their side. But they were lucky. They were really, really lucky, because all this thing happened, I think, was it 4 minutes after their first goal, because their two goals were scored under 5 minutes. Man United just needed to be distracted in under 5 minutes, and we conceded 2 goals. That is how the Premier League is. So when we, the Premier League fans, come out and be telling these La Liga fans that, and be calling other leagues Farmers League, there is a reason why. Because in the Premier League, 1 minute of distraction, 1 minute of losing focus, bro, you'll be punished for it. And that was what happened to Manchester United. So when this ball fell on their head, bro, luckily, the ball fall for Savona feet. Savona, the left back, he was able to bury it. There was nothing Lames can do about this goal. And I think there was nothing that Diogo Dalot could do about this goal, because there was commotion there. He was distracted. You understand? So for those of you that are coming against Diogo Dalot, it is for any other thing, I agree. But for this goal, you can't really blame him. You understand? So that was how they were able to score their second goal. Now, Man United, normally we love to go long, play win the second balls, press our opposition in their own half, forcing them to go long. So now we now try to implement building from the back because that is the modern way of playing. But it did not work. It failed because Nottingham Forest too, they were ready. They carried their guns ready. They kala. If you look at this sequence there, you can see that the players form a hexagon shape. 2 man to mark our CBs. 4 man to hold our midfield. So, as soon as that Luxtor or whoever received the ball, if you want to give your midfielder, or let's say Sesko drops or Kunha drops or Mbemo drops to receive the ball, they will be ready to sucker punch on them. They were able to do this thing continuously in the game, and Man United were not able to build from the back. But luckily, we have special and gifted players like Bruno Fernandes and Kunha. If you can, as you can see on this sequence here, Bruno Fernandes was able to took OC, nutmeg this player and give a pass. You understand, which is very very good, and it shows you the kind of player that Bruno Fernandes is. And in this sequence here, we were able to build from the back, and also Sesko would have scored here had it been he was clinical enough and would have won this game. You understand? Now, talking about our second goal, the goal that drew the match, the goal that saved Amorim's space. Because to be sincere, as a United fan, I am happy with this match. If it's before, for those of you that are very ungrateful, remember last season, we lost back-to-back to Nottingham Forest. They beat us home and away. This season, we draw with them. This season, we did not start well, but we have been able to be picking up points recently. Bro, give this man his flowers. If it's in another time, if it was last season, we would have lost this match. Imagine winning 1-0 first half and collecting 2 goals under 5 minutes. You understand? So let me not talk too much. Let me not digress too much. Let's go to the second goal. The same strategy. I feel like Amorim and the set piece coach, they don't sit down, cook better strategy. If they continue to refine this strategy, when? Bro, who be Arsenal? We go perfect and pass Arsenal. Just overload the far end of the post and see how the ball will come. If we get the ball, Casemiro is very good in the air. If Maguire comes back, he's also good in the air. And Sesko too. So we can be getting goals from this sequence, from this strategy, from these tactics. You understand? So the ball now fell off due to that normally way they happen for corner kick. And Amad Diallo was there. Good boy, good lad. He was able to bury the volley. One-time shot and he scored. I think it also happened again in the match. Though this time around, a player blocked the ball, he would have scored, he would have gotten a second goal, which would have helped us to win the match. So, we have come to the end of the analysis. So, this is my keynote. This is what I take out from this match, is that I think Amorim is growing. He doesn't stick to one tactics, though his formation is the same. And I love the way he picked the winning team of the last match against Brighton. One thing I need Man United to do now is that sometimes we lose focus. It happened in the Brighton game when Brighton scored 2 goals, and it happened again in this Nottingham game. Nottingham Forest scored 2 goals, very fast goals. The same thing, like you'll be watching match like this thing, waiting break, waiting can happen. I think United need to wake up from that. We need to be focused 100% from the beginning of the game to the end. Because this is not Bundesliga, this is not La Liga. This is the English Premier League. This thing shouldn't be happening again. You understand? So, you that is watching this video, what do you think about all the analysis? What do you think about the match? And if you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to my channel. Drop your comments on the comment section. I will see you on the next one. Ciao.